I lived in Seattle. My father was Canadian, my mother was American. He saw her in the church when she was visiting Canada. I better tell you what part of Canada. On the western coast, up and down. Seattle is right up there, you know, in the very northern part. I have a plate that has a picture of the church and the date and everything like that. When he saw her sitting there, he was behind where the organ was. He was pumping, or they had to use to pump the organ. And he thought he saw an angel. She had golden hair, and she just, that was it. So they were married in, what was it, 07, I think? Anyway, they ended up with 4 children. 2 were Canadian and 2 were American. Because we visited back and forth across the border from school when it was, you know. And so when I couldn't go to school till I was 6 years old because it came just at the end of August the 4th. I had to wait a whole extra year. And I really enjoyed going to school and meeting other kids, and I was kind of a wild thing. I always ran wherever I went.
We wouldn't think that of you, Lucille.
Yeah, I guess that's obvious. So when I got to grade school, I graduated from my. You know, I get these things that we forget, and I wanted so much to tell you. So when I went to most of the elementary school in Seattle and graduated, and then I got married and had a little boy. And when the war was rattling on, I kept hearing about people they need more people. So I went down to the Seattle, the shipyards. The shipyards were doing troop ships. Well, they needed ships to move the troops out. Mm-hmm. So I went to the office, and they wouldn't even let me in the office because I was Canadian. How ridiculous. We were practically one country right there on the border, you know. So I went and got all the documents they needed, all of this and that. So finally I made it in. But I didn't quite make a year. All the smells of the metal, the Puget Sound, and the metal guns, and you could imagine. But anyway, I found out I was pregnant. So that was the end of that. But at least I did my part. They told us, and I don't know if it's true, that during those last times of the war, they were almost able to turn out 1 ship a day. Wow. To carry the troops, to get them out there, and we'll finish up the war. So that was quite an experience. Mm-hmm. Not that I ever wanted to be getting into battle and all that, but I wanted to be a part of what was going on, you know. It seems all so important. The newspapers bragged us up like we were gods because we were doing this thing. And you couldn't take a break hardly because there were all these electric wires all over the farm. There was no place to take a lunch except wherever you could get it out of the way. It was a big experience. And I'm glad I did it. Yep. Good. Life is full of interesting things. Mm-hmm. And I'm still not giving up.
What did you do in the service?
Riveting.
Riveting.
This is the way it was. There was a lead lady, and there were 4 ladies working with her. And she would get out the map and the directions and read these things, and hang up the metal piece, and we'd attack it with our guns. I don't know.
So they did sheet metal rivets and built the ships.
Well, good.
It was exciting.
Miss Buck, not to interrupt, Miss Buck worked in the bomb factory.